Well, hello there, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be not planning actually, more like journaling in my Hobonichi Techo A6. It's going to be a long one and I may have to split it into two just so it doesn't get too long and potentially, kind of boring to watch. So I just may split it into two because I have a lot of days of journaling to catch up on, and I have another interview in an hour and a half, so I would have to stop anyway. Oh, my voice just got funny there. So let's go ahead and get started. And most likely, because it is going to be a lot of days that I'm going to be journaling through, I'm just going to kind of do it quietly. So I'll put some background music on. These, by the way, are from Anna Jolene printables, and I printed them on like label paper so I can stick them in to my Techo for the beginning of the month. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm just kind of preparing here, and I've got my burrito all ready, and I've got my cup of delicious tea, which, by the way, today is also Numi, and it's jasmine green. It is so good, and it smells amazing. It's just delicious. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so to get started, I'm gonna flip to the page that that I was currently working on, which is April 10th. As you can see, I've got my burrito, and I think I even have a cup of tea. I can't remember, but yeah, so I'm starting with April 10th. With this particular day, it's kind of funny because I have a little paragraph about my dog and then another paragraph about gardening, but I put the stickers on opposite sides, I guess, like you'll see. And I basically what this means is it's a precursor to the amount of mistakes that I made during all of these planner spreads. And you're going to get to see a lot of those mistakes as we go along. But as far as a burrito, man, they're so good. I don't know if you like burritos, but for me, they're kind of a comfort food because I grew up eating them. My grandpa I think that was his go-to as well, was making burritos. And I always just remember him fondly, like when we would go take my grandma breakfast at her work, it was oftentimes a burrito, and I don't know, they were always just so good, and I'm kind of sad that I won't get to have his burritos again, but I think that's enough talk about burritos. With the two pens, or I guess markers that I used there, the green one is a mild liner in green, and then the brown one is a Marvy Lip Plume 2 in dark brown. And then that one that I'm using, this black one, is a Pentel brush sign pen, or also known as the Fude Touch. I don't know, I guess depending on where you buy it, because I have the same pen, but it has two different names. One I ordered from Jet Pens, and the other one I ordered from Amazon that came in a pack. So yeah, I don't know what really that's about. This right here is from an excerpt from one of my favorite band's songs. I accidentally, well, I made a mistake, you'll see, in that I gave the title as Grace, where it's actually Gloria, but later on I realized that I used the wrong name, and I go back and I fix it. But yeah, the Deer Hunter, I just absolutely love them. If you're into rock, yeah, I highly recommend checking them out. They are an indie band, but they also use, I don't know, I love it. Especially this particular excerpt is from one of their Acts album. They have 5 acts, I believe, and I think Gloria is from 4, Act 4, maybe Act 3, maybe even Act 5. It's been a while since I've listened to music. However, ever since writing this, because I go back and continue writing the song, I just have had this song stuck in my head for about a week now. As far as the jackfruit tacos go, let's see, I use that sticker's from Coffee Monsters Co. And then the little pot that says dinner time is from a Happy Planner sticker book. And as far as jackfruit tacos go, they were really tasty. I feel like they're just like if you get jackfruit that's young from a can, and you can shred it just like you would like beef, and you season it just the way you would with beef. I don't know, with the jackfruit, to get like all the flavors absorbed by it, you simmer it, but eventually like all that liquid cooks off and you get very flavorful taco meat. And I'm using air quotes when I say taco meat. And then the Sloppy Joes. The Sloppy Joes were not my favorite. I love Sloppy Joes, but I love Sloppy Joes that come from the Manwich can. And my husband suggested I make it, but I think he suggested it because I think he might be under the impression that Manwich includes beef in the can. I don't know, because it was kind of funny that he suggested it, but yeah, I wasn't a big fan. So another thing that I keep, besides making a lot of mistakes in these journaling entries, I also forgot to show stickers at the request of, I can't remember who left a comment saying if I could show the stickers a little bit longer. So I did for some, I didn't for others. So with the Sloppy Joe spread, I had a sticker from Coffee Monsters Co. And then the little burger was from Oh Hello Stationery. And for this particular day too, looks like I used stickers from Oh Hello Stationery as well as Paper Bits Co. And the markers that I used with the purple and the pink, it's the Zebra Mild Liners in violet and I think magenta. And then with the two like blue ones, those were the Pentel brush pens. Let's see, I believe I used blue and sky for that. And then I can't remember if I've mentioned this before, but the stencils, I ordered some stencils from Etsy, and it's from Beauty by Starlet. And I ordered 2 versions of the stencil, so one that was specifically for the Hobonichi, and then one for bullet journaling. So I believe the brown one is for the Hobonichi, and then you might see a green one also being used, I think, if I can remember. And yeah, that one was for the bullet journal. And then the washi tape that I used there, by the way, all of these stickers right here are from Coffee Monsters Co. The washi tape is from the Amazon haul. I think it's like the Nade brand. And then these little mushroom stickers are Bondi washi tapes I got from Jet Pens. It's like a tape of stickers. It's kind of cool. This is a green bullet journal one that I was talking about. stencil. I've also gotten into the habit of just like cleaning up my stencils. I don't know if it's going to make a difference further down the line, but it's just, I don't know. I'm a little bit OCD about it now. And I believe this is another Pentel brush sign pen in light blue. And then I think this one is in violet. Yeah, in violet. And this day was for Easter. That particular sticker is from Brianna Nicole Designs. And oh, you know what? I also used the Kuretake Zig Clean Color Dot, say that fast 5 times, in Splash, I believe. Hopefully I'm not boring you too much with describing everything that I'm doing. This particular day too, I also used a couple of the Coffee Monsters Co. stickers, and then some stickers from the Pretty Planner. These little cleaning ones are from the Pretty Planner. I don't believe that shop is still around. I haven't actually Googled it to see if they have like a Shopify or just like their own website, but they're definitely not on Etsy, which is kind of unfortunate because I really did like their stickers and just like their simplicity and their light colors. I really liked those stickers. And this is the moment where I realized, wait a minute, I wrote the wrong name, because I went on to continue the passage. Yeah, so I just kind of kept writing. There was a point too where I smudged things. I'm not sure even how. So I try to remember to either put a piece of paper or a stencil between my hand and the book, just so I don't, you know, smudge things or transfer things or anything like that. Here too, you can kind of see I changed up the style a little bit. Instead of having the writing be a little bit more, more compact, I really tried to spread it out, except for surprising to really squish things in. And you can see I made a typo with rhymes. Yeah, there's just all kinds of little mistakes here and there that I made. And that washi tape is also from the Amazon washi tape haul, which you can see from a previous video. So for these next, I don't know, 4 or 5 days, I pretty much did a similar spread where I took 2 stickers because I haven't figured out how to use these, and then it just kind of hit me when I was using my stencils, and I'm like, oh, I already have something like this. And I was just thinking of donating it since I wasn't planning on using them in the way that I thought they were supposed to be used. And I went ahead and I used several of these stickers for the next few days, where I just kind of wrote little blurbs about the day. It's kind of interesting with journaling, so I don't know if other people do this, but writing like a little highlight about the day actually really helps me remember the day itself. So even though it was like a month later when I was writing these, that I actually remember a lot of details from that day, just from the little note that I leave myself at the top on the blank space by the moon phase. So does that happen with you? You know, when you write your highlight, does that kind of bring back more detailed memories of that day? But the crazy thing is, it's like my memory, I feel like, has just been so bad lately, and I don't know what I need to do to make it better. And I don't know if I'm just like too much in my head where I'm not like truly listening to what somebody is saying and really absorbing the information, or there's too much on my mind. I just feel like my short-term memory has just really essentially gone to shit. for lack of a better word. So I don't know. It's just something I've been dealing with for a good while now. And at least my long-term memory is still hanging around, I guess. But it also does worry me, like, is this some kind of precursor to something like Alzheimer's or dementia? My grandpa did have dementia toward the, I don't know, last year of his life, but it wasn't like super bad. But even like when I witnessed it at one point, we were sitting next to each other. These stickers, by the way, the top one is from Brianna Nicole Designs. But we were sitting next to each other and I was on my phone and he looks over and he's like, oh, what's that? And I was like, in my mind, like, for real? You forgot what this thing is? When it's like me and my cousin, like we all, when we're down there and visiting, we're often on our phone because we're just hanging out, not necessarily doing anything. But I don't know. I may be worrying too much for the future and need to live more in the present. Also, I think all the hormones from IVF are starting to make me emotional. Even though I haven't been on the hormones since Friday, so that's irrelevant to you, I guess. But I haven't been on the hormones in a week now, and I don't know, like, things are just making me cry. And it's making me a little bit crazy too, because it's like I just don't want to be crying all the time. But I think part of it too is I'm going through this thing with my friend, my best friend, and you know, and in these two particular pages, not that I'm reading right now as I'm talking, but these particular two pages kind of more or less details what has happened between us. And keep in mind that was April 22nd, and I hadn't heard from her in, I believe it was just short of a month. And that's because I reached out to her and I asked if we could talk, and she said she wasn't ready to talk, or I don't know. So yeah, I'm just feeling kind of stressed out about that. I'm also feeling a little bit stressed out too because I'm starting a job in not next week but the following week, and I hope I can live up to their expectations and everybody's expectations, because you know, it's a whole new world for me. Not at all what I used to do before. So anyway, enough sentimentality or emotion. Having dinner with the family was so nice. Just like a lot of my husband's family, it was just like they were all there, and it was really great to see them all. And these stickers, these character stickers, those are from Coffee Monsters Co. This washi tape is also from the Amazon haul washi tape. That sticker is Brianna Nicole Designs, again with the washi tape from Amazon. You know, you can just assume in general I'm going to be using Amazon washi tape. I do have others, and I don't know why I don't use them more. I think they're just too... Maybe I need to set a goal for myself and use them. I was going to say they're just too not my style, but that's not true because I wouldn't have kept them if they weren't my style, considering I did a bit of a purge some time ago, so... I believe that marker... Yeah, I think that was another clean color dot marker in platinum. And I like using the dot side. That pen right there, so that is a Pilot High-Tech C Coletto. multi-pen, and they're really cool. You can get them, at least I got them from Jet Pens, and you buy the body separately from the refills, so that way you can put whatever colors you want in that particular body. So me and my craziness for having like all the things involving stationery, I think at the time I got all the colors that they had and several bodies. So I have one that's like red and orange, one that's greens, one that's blues, one that's purple, one that's pinks, and then one that's more like miscellaneous. So it's got gold, silver, brown, white, black. And then I also have one that's highlighter, which I love. It's so weird. I never would have thought I loved a highlighter pen. But it worked so well for so many things, because the colors are just that like vibrant like a highlighter, but it's still thin and writes like a pen. So I'm kind of gushing over a silly pen, but anyway. You've seen me pull out a list, like a paper list, I think a couple times now, and basically that's just like my question of the day kind of thing. I pulled the questions from this like journal thing I got from Amazon a long time ago. That was a question a day for like 5 years, and I never really did it. I just couldn't keep up with it. So I decided to take those questions and put them on a Word sheet. What is that? From, Word. And then I decided to, because I didn't want to have more than like a single page of these questions, I decided to take out a bunch that I didn't like, or just, I don't know, something about them. The questions were not something I wanted to answer. So I took out a bunch so that I could basically squeeze everything onto the one page front and back. And then I think sometime this year I went even further and I reorganized the questions by category. So I don't know if I like that system or if I want to go back and just have them all scrambled, but it's still kind of fun to just randomly pick one and have a little bit of something to write about when you don't have anything to write about, kind of thing. So I used a bunch of washi tape to basically get rid of one of the blank pages, but I think going forward what I'm gonna do is try watercolor. I've been inspired by this woman on TikTok who always ends her videos with, "I hope you feel inspired to paint something today." And I think that I'm feeling more inspired than I have been to, take a crack at it. So you might be seeing that in the near future. All right, so I have finished journaling through April. It took a long time to get here, especially because I had to film in separate occasions. So I did about 4 or 5 days per video. And then editing took a long time. My computer is a little bit old, so I kept having to delete stuff in order to make room for the memory that it took to upload the video to my computer. It was just kind of like, it was too much. So I think what I'm going to do going forward is never do this again. And yeah, because there were about 4 hours of footage and a lot of me was just faffing around with my stickers. But yeah, it took a while. It took a while to film. It took a while is an understatement, to edit. And I still have to record the voiceover just so that it's not too boring. But anyway, I wanted to show you the final result. So these are all the days. Let me get you a little bit zoomed in. All right, cool beans. So yeah, starting with April 10th. And that's the last of where I stopped for April, and then I will be uploading May's video in the near future. Instead of doing multiple days like I did with this particular video, I'm just gonna do the days that I journaled for May. And yeah, so there will be multiple journaling videos coming up in the near future. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video wasn't too long, and I hope it wasn't too boring, and I also hope it wasn't too ranty, because I know I have things to say, I guess, but it's also just mindless. So you know, if you're like me and just kind of like to have that voice in the background, then I hope I at least succeeded in that. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you again for watching. Bye!